What's up, YouTube? FD White back with another episode of FD White Invest. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel, man. So we gotta talk, and I want to talk about politics, but this is not a political video. So I want to get that established at the beginning of the video, because a lot of people, are super butt sensitive when you start talking about elections, you start talking about politics, you start talking about that. Disclaimer: it doesn't matter who wins. We're still going to find ways to make money. Now, different candidates win, different outcomes may happen in the short to mid term. But, long term, of course, I'm a big crypto bull. I'm a big crypto fanatic. So I think it's going to be, it's going to rise, within the next, few months, regardless. Next 6 to 12 months, it's going to be pretty rocky. But, I think it's going to come out victorious over the long run. So what I've been looking at is the poly market odds of who's going to win the election. So let's do a little retrace. So back when we had the presidential not the presidential election, let me wipe that off. So back when Donald Trump started to talk about crypto, started to talk about using Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, started to talk about all these beautiful things when it comes to crypto started pumping. That was back, right before we had the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. Then he came out, he had a nice little speech at the Bitcoin conference, saying a bunch of things. And then we started to see a little bit of a rollover for Bitcoin. We did have other outside factors as well, but I'm just looking at these two metrics together. After the Bitcoin conference, Bitcoin started to wane, and then we got Kamala Harris coming out, and then, she started to rise in the poly market, polls when it came out. So she was ahead for a minute. He was ahead, then she was ahead. So when she started to come ahead, or when she started to go ahead, what did we see? We saw Bitcoin, we saw crypto start to go down. Not even the stock market. The stock market has been doing pretty good, besides like the first week or something in September. But crypto specific, Bitcoin specific, we saw when Kamala Harris, when her odds of winning started to go up, the Bitcoin price and crypto started to go down. So we were going through this low, Bitcoin was going down, Bitcoin was going up a little bit. We have nice little pumps, but then we go down as we saw the fluctuations in the poly market metrics, in the poly market polls. Fast forward to today. What are we seeing now? So let's look at this chart right here. Now we can see poly market is suggesting that Donald Trump has a significant lead over Kamala Harris. Now, mind you, again, because I know some of you get butt sensitive when we talk about this. I don't care if you're leaning left. I don't care if you're leaning right. I'm talking metrics. I'm talking data, and I'm using my, my analysis skills to figure out some correlation or some type of confluence for my theses. So back to what I was saying. Now we see Donald Trump's lead extending. What are we seeing? We're seeing Bitcoin rallying. Bitcoin is rallying hard. Right now we're testing downward sloping trend line macro resistance levels. We break out of this, hold that as support, we can look at all-time highs, in my opinion, very quick. So we do have the October thing that we've been talking about. I've been talking about October. Usually the last 2 weeks are very bullish going into November. We do have the election, which coincides with what I'm talking about now. So I think if one candidate, Donald Trump, does get elected, of course, we see now that that is better for crypto. That is better for the overall crypto market, the overall Bitcoin price. So am I saying that I think Donald Trump is a better candidate all around when it comes to just everything in the world? No. Am I saying Kamala Harris is a better president, a better candidate when it comes to everything in the world? No. But I do have a skin in the game. So it is things that I'm looking at, and it is things that I want to see happen for my overall well-being, for my family's overall well-being, for my portfolio, for my bags. So I am keeping a close eye on everything that's going on. And this metric has just stood out to me over the past week or so. So shout out to everybody, man. I know a lot of the people in the crypto space are, we're one-sided. We vote for one thing. We're one, I can't remember the phrase, but, one subject is what's going to sway our vote, and that's crypto. So I know a lot of people are like that. So, if you think, if you're a one-sided voter, or one topic voter, I can't remember the official, term or what you call it, then this is what you want to see. You want to see Donald Trump with a huge lead going into the election, and you want to see him win. Ultimately, you want to see him win, and I think that will pump our bags short term. 2025 after Q1, I do, and the honeymoon phase is over. If he does win, I do see a lot of headwinds coming in. And on the flip side, if Kamala Harris wins, I don't think we rally as hard, but I do still think the inevitable will happen with Q1, the end of Q1 being a little bit, after that we getting a little bit more rocky with the economy, everything, all the headwinds we have with the economy, all these job numbers and all this other stuff that's been held together for the election. I do think after Q1 we will get some sort of headwind. So I don't think it matters who wins in the midterm, but in the short term, I think it definitely matters. And in the long term, it definitely does not matter, because we know what's going to happen. We know debasement of the currency is coming. We know asset inflation is going to happen again, and at a faster rate probably than we've ever seen before, because of our house of cards, Ponzi scheme, monetary system, and fiscal policies and whatnot. So that's just my 2 cents. I don't know if it really correlates like that, but let me know what you think. Is Donald Trump leading the charge, leading the way in these markets, leading the polls, indicative of crypto and Bitcoin pumping as well? We all knew October was coming. October is here. We talked about it. But is this giving it a little added boost and a little more strength and girth to keep going, man? So let me know what you think down in the comments below, man. I appreciate your time. I go by FD White. Make sure you like, subscribe. We got a lot coming. We got to ramp it up. Especially as the market starts to ramp up. The content is going to start ramping up. Make sure you go over to Piper Academy, sub over there, because we have one of the best shows on YouTube. Me and my guy Trey Fly, we do the Crypto Nightcap every Monday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Shout out to Piper. He's one of the smartest guys I know in the space, so make sure you've watched the morning show as well. OC guy, Lunar Beaches, BC Pork Corp, the whole team over there, man, and everybody in the Piper Academy community, man. So like I said, this is FD White. I will talk to you in the next video. Enjoy your day, enjoy the pump, and let's make some money. Section, and they're using momentum. Like a lot of times it's momentum. A lot of times you find a trade, especially if crypto, once crypto gets to moving, it's so easy to make money in trading.